Hello, and welcome to this quiz that hopefully won't leave you feeling in the dark. 20 questions, let's begin. Question 1. How long was there darkness over the land at the crucifixion of Jesus? Was it 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, or 24 hours? And there was darkness for 3 hours, according to Luke chapter 23. Question 2. What guided Israel by night during their time in the wilderness? Was it a glowing sword, the moon, a pillar of fire, or an angel of the Lord? And that was a pillar of fire in Exodus chapter 13. Question 3. Which tribe of Israel would be dark with wine and teeth white from milk? Was it Gad, Benjamin, Ruben, or Judah? And that was Judah in Genesis chapter 49. Question 4. What proportion of the sun, moon and stars was darkened by the fourth angel sounding the trumpet in Revelation? Was it a quarter, a third, a half, or 2/3? And the trumpet darkened a third in Revelation chapter 8. Question 5. On which night of the storm did the sailors try to escape from the ship that Paul would be shipwrecked in? Was it the first night, the third night, the 14th night, or the 7th night? And that was after a fortnight, the 14th, in Acts chapter 27. Question 6. Who went blind at Paphos because of his attempt to turn Sergius Paulus away from the word of God? Was it Agabus, Elymas, Herod, or Simeon? And that was Elymas in Acts chapter 13. Question 7. When God sends the darkness of night, what prowl around according to Psalm 104? Is it the thieves, wolves, evil spirits, or forest animals? And the prowlers are the forest animals. Question 8. Who asked for all the dark-coloured sheep from Laban's flock as payment for service to him? Was that Esau, Joseph, Abraham, or Jacob? And all the dark and spotted sheep went with Jacob in Genesis chapter 30. Question 9. Who died the same night he saw the writing on the wall? Was that Belshazzar, Artaxerxes, Nebuchadnezzar, or Darius? And that was Belshazzar in Daniel chapter 5. Question 10. At the opening of the third seal in Revelation, what was the rider of the black horse holding in his hand? Was it a shield, a scroll, a pair of scales, or a scarlet thread? And the rider was holding a pair of scales in Revelation chapter 6. Question 11. Which Pharisee came to Jesus late at night? Was that Saul, Nicodemus, Gamaliel, or Cornelius? That was Nicodemus, described in John chapter 3. Question 12. Who did Samuel run to at night, thinking he had called him? Was that Eli, David, Jesse, or Abraham? And Samuel ran to Eli in 1 Samuel chapter 3. Question 13. According to Ecclesiastes, the wise man has eyes in his head, but who walks in darkness? Is it the virtuous woman, the wicked, an unbeliever, or a fool? And it is a fool who walks in darkness in Ecclesiastes chapter 2. Question 14. At night, David and Abishai took a spear and what other item from beside Saul's head? Was it a water jug, a cloak, a silver plate, or an oil lamp? And they took a water jug in 1 Samuel chapter 26. Question 15. Which prophet, disturbed by King Saul's disobedience, cried all night to the Lord? Was that Jehu, Elijah, Samuel, or Nathan? And it was Samuel who cried all night in 1 Samuel chapter 15. Question 16. Who did God come to in a dream at night, telling him not to say anything good or bad to Jacob? Was that Joseph, Laban, Moses, or Esau? And God came to Laban in Genesis chapter 31. Question 17. For how many days did darkness cover the land of Egypt during the plagues? Was it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days? And darkness covered Egypt for 3 days, found in Exodus chapter 10. Question 18. Where did Mary Magdalene go on the first day of the week while it was still dark? Was it the synagogue, Peter's house, Jesus' tomb, or the Sea of Galilee shore? And of course, she visited Jesus' tomb in John chapter 20. Question 19. What sin did Paul tell the Thessalonians was likely to happen at night? Was it drunkenness, adultery, murder, or theft? and it's sleep and drunkenness that happen at night, according to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. And question 20. Which day of creation included separating night from day? Was it the first day, the second day, the third day, or the fourth day? And it happened right at the beginning on the first day in Genesis chapter 1. So how did you do? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye and God bless.